What made you guys want to bring this book to life and take on what was probably a very challenging project?
Well, it started. It was originally a school assignment for me as a book, and I was in third grade, 8 years old. And once I finished the book, I was excited to watch the movie because there was a rule in my house where I had to read the book before I watched the movie. So once I was finished, I was so excited to watch the movie, and then I couldn't find it. So I was thinking, how am I going to watch this movie? And then an idea pops up in my head, and I remember that my parents are movie producers. So I talked to my mom about it, and I asked if we can try and make this into a movie. And she looked at it and she really liked it. And then we talked to my dad, and then here we are.
What was it like to work around the crew and the actors who played roles in this movie?
Well, it was certainly very exciting. It was a first for me, clearly. I was, yeah, it felt like it was a new moment every day, even though, like, when you're shooting a movie, you're basically doing the same thing over and over again. But for some reason, it felt new each time because there's just something about the environment and everybody working together, each piece making a huge difference in how the outcome in this movie, how in the final product. So, there was a bunch of things that I was really happy about, and that made the experience a lot better.
Who has served as an inspiration to continue working on this project and continue to motivate you as you've gone about producing, directing, playing a role in what is a long process?
Well, it was my parents. This wouldn't really be happening. This wouldn't be happening if it weren't for my parents. So them keep not only them listening to me, but keeping me in the process as well. Those are two things that you don't really see from adults very often when it comes to their children, let alone any kid. So I'm very grateful for them and the things and they've helped lift me up and keep me in the process and make sure I'm included, make sure I get the credit that I deserve, as if I was a 40-year-old man coming to them with a project idea. They treated me the same exact way, and I'm very grateful for that.
Why does making movies with passion matter, especially when it comes to turning a book and adapting that into a movie?
Well, it makes the outcome of the movie all the better because if you're able to create chemistry amongst the entire set, not only just the actors, but the director and all the assistants working on set, making sure lighting's right and everything, sound, everything. And so it's kind of like when you have your mom's cooking and you taste the extra love, and that's what you get when the chemistry in the set is amazing. And that's what we were able to create. I believe everybody loved being on the set. And
Why do you think we need more movies that are involved with family and tell the stories of family?
well, the concept of a family movie alone kind of brings us all together, and makes us really think and watch the relationship or whatever the conflict in the movie is. Excuse me. It basically it makes it all the more better when you're around your family and you're watching the movie together. Makes you think about how much you cherish, or the things that you need to fix when you're with your loved ones, and how much more time you need to spend with them before, because you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So it's always best to cherish your family, and I feel like that's
What key details from the book were considered a priority when it came to making this film?
definitely the pranks. That aspect needed to be kept because it makes the movie, it gives you the family comedy aspect of the story instead of just like a drama. So definitely the pranks, the relationship between Pete and his grandpa, and the hardships that they go through. And this is a family comedy, but that relationship make kind of brings you down, and the comedy aspect kind of breaks you from the conflict that they're having. So they kind of weaves together and brings a great story, and that's what I really like from the book, and that's what we thought would be best to keep it in the movie.
What behind the scenes secrets should viewers know when they watch this movie?
was that Robert De Niro was the one doing front flips in the trampoline scene. But basic no. But let's think.
That's it,
That he
right?
wasn't.
I mean,
He wasn't.
I guess that he wasn't doing front flips really.
All tricks,
I mean, there's nothing
right?
really, you know.
All the tricks.
Yeah, all the tricks, all the gimmicks that were done to keep all the actors safe.
Mhm.
The I guess the ending when we wrapped shooting, it was a sob fest. Basically, we were all crying. You know, we all had formed a special relationship with each other, especially me amongst my the group of friends that we created as me and the child actors. So that's another, I guess, another fun fact. I guess this is can't really think of anything honestly.
You just said a lot.
Huh? Oh, I know, but like I'm just saying when it comes to filming the movie, you know.
Yeah, I did.
What are your best memories from being on set and getting to see all of these talented people working together to bring this amazing film to theaters across the country?
When I first saw the first cut of the movie, it kind of made me realize that wow, we got past optioning the book, we got past pre-production, finding directors and actors. We got Robert De Niro to be on it, which was one of our first priorities, and to see that 5 years later, and then another 2 years, it was a very special moment for me seeing the book that I had read as a little kid, my favorite book of all time, still to this day. Seeing that brought to life for the first time was really special, and seeing it as a movie, as a family for the first time, it was a lot of fun.
What were some of the production aspects that had to be considered when making this movie, whether that be cameras, lighting, audio?
Well, the music was very important, not only to me, especially to me though, but not only to me, but to the entire, basically the entire final product of the movie, because um, for me, the music really it adds another aspect to it, whether it's sad, whether it's happy, whether it's comedic. The music really adds another layer of depth to the scene and to the meaning of this scene. Whether it's lighthearted or very what's the word? Whether it has very dramatic, yes, very dramatic. So yeah, the music was definitely one of the most important parts that we really needed to nail for this.
What prior production experiences helped you when it came to making this movie, and some of the things that you've learned from your parents because they were already movie producers?
Well, this was my first experience, and I was able to learn from everybody on the set, whether it was the actors or the people behind the camera or the people making the scene look as perfect as possible, whether that be in post-production or during the film. And and them tagging me along in this, making me tag along in the story throughout this entire process. There's a lot of factors that basically went into this from the writing of the script, and the auditionings for all the child actors, and helping coerce actors into joining the movie. And yeah, there was a lot of things that I learned. I learned that it doesn't take 2 days to make a movie, and in fact, it could take almost 10 years. So yeah, there's a bunch of things that I learned, and my parents being a part of it helped made it better.
Speaking of the script, when did you realize that The War with Grandpa should be adapted into a film?
It was when I first read it, because once I finished the book, I was excited to watch the movie, and when I couldn't, I was really sad. So I told my mom about it, and I asked her if we could make this into a movie, because I just simply wanted to see the movie. That's basically all there was to it, and they took me seriously. So yeah.
What do you want families to take away from this movie? Because now more than ever, we're going to need more positive movies like this that the whole family can enjoy.
I definitely love the genre of family comedies. Those are always my favorites, whether it was animation or live action. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I want families to know that whatever whatever obstacle you're going through in whatever relationship, whether it's your mom, grandfather, aunt, little sister, anybody who's in your family or you have a deep bond with, just know that it's really insignificant in the big picture, and that you'll always get over it, whether it's big or small, and that you should really fight for the cause of them being your family. And yeah.
When is the movie coming out? And where can people see it?
October 9th in theaters, but make sure wear a mask, social distancing, and stay safe.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you for your time.